All right, so supplement companies and companies in general, let's just say primarily in the fitness industry in this space, I want to heed a warning to anybody out there that's looking to obtain sponsorships. And what I mean by this is a lot of companies out there are not looking at your best interest. And I want to explain that to you. Basically, they'll create what's called a non-compete, right? So a legal term, non-compete. And they don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. So what they'll do is they'll sign a lot of ambassadors and a lot of athletes to be under their companies, right? So there's a lot of supplement companies, a lot of other ones out there. And you have to be very careful with this. And you're kind of treading on thin ice. These companies know going into it that, look, okay, these athletes are ambassadors. They can't work with another company in that space, right? Because of this non-compete. So what they'll do is they'll sign you, not do much with you, right? Hopefully they're thinking, hopefully this guy, they're going to make us some money, right? By using your code. And then they're going to lock you in so that you can't go anywhere else. So you have to read the fine print. Be very particular with what you put your name behind. Understand that what you're getting behind is a direct reflection upon you. Don't sign just to say, hey, I'm a sponsored athlete. Understand that it's a two-way street. You need something in return, as well as what they're going to give to you. You should be able to bring that same value back to the company. So it does work both ways. Also, it's being done to hurt other supplement companies or companies that could potentially want those other athletes, right? So it's a positive and negative space of, I call it the offense and defense side of companies in general, thinking that I can now take in as many athletes as I want. They're not concerned with exclusivity. They'll take as many athletes as they can. They'll play it by the numbers. They'll make them sign all of these agreements and terms and non-competes, and then lock them away from any other supplement company in the future for a reasonable time, say 2 to 3 years. They may try to tell you five years or something. It's not necessarily something that may not hold up or admissible in court. But I just want to say, be careful. Be careful out there, because there's a lot of shady companies that will do this. And I'm sure that they'll come back, and there may be a few companies out there that do it with good intentions. I'll say this on my behalf, because I can only speak for my company, right? I will never, ever limit the growth of my athletes or ambassadors. If they don't want to be a part of the team, I wish them nothing but the best. They sign a very, very small agreement terms, which basically goes over what I'm going to be providing to them and what I'm expecting in return. Past that, if they don't want to be a part of it, I don't personally want them to be a part of it, a part of my company, if they don't want to be a part of it. So hopefully that makes sense. I just felt like I needed to address this, because there's a lot of people starting off in the industry because they see the top people on social media and they say, oh, he's a sponsored athlete, so to get this title, I need to sign with the first company that's going to approach me. Be careful and make sure that their values align with yourself. And also, if it's a product or a tangible product, make sure that you genuinely endorse it. That's one way to keep it organic, is to know that it's a solid product and that you take it yourself. So that's all I got, guys. Just be cautious out there. There's a lot of shady companies.